Blasters side light, or even get in early enough with the Blasters in light. We'll see if he's able to deal with those down signatures, and it's the first weapon for BalloonBoy. It's gonna be those boots here in game 1 on the Demon Island.
Stingray able to pick up his comfort weapon. He's got the spear in hand, but BalloonBoy not going to respect the range of the spear. Instead, pokes with his downlight, ends up getting on top of Stingray.
Flame Sword maybe expecting Stingray to come right over that corner and be a little bit high. Got punished for it. There's the D-Light into the recovery as well. Nice three-piece. BalloonBoy hoping to juggle really high in the air. That's giving Stingray plenty of time. Great interruption. It looked like he was queuing up that down signature right there to catch the landing. Here's the in-light on the swap to Blasters.
Stingray absolutely wanted to catch that landing. He saw BalloonBoy sweating, but that doesn't mean BalloonBoy can't swing. He's able to hit 2 side airs. Can he finish the stock? Down signature! Nice. And Stingray not able to punish that one.
Stingray definitely had the right idea coming in on top of that. Unfortunately, on the release of it, it sort of whips over your head and in the direction that BalloonBoy was facing. And it caught Stingray right as he was coming in for that punishing ground pound. So he had the right idea. Unfortunately, his timing was a little bit off, or really BalloonBoy's timing was a little bit on. Down air to the GCD light into the recovery. Big damage coming out. Neutral signature. Gonna take out BalloonBoy. Everybody on 2 stocks.
Stingray took a little bit of damage to get to this point, but now that he's on his comfort weapon, we'll see if he can put some damage back out onto BalloonBoy. BalloonBoy with the boots again.
Keeping the pressure up, but not really chasing off stage, and now they swap places. Now back to the middle, the juggle game coming through. Another neutral air. Oh, the fast fall after that neutral air rather than initially going in with the recovery like we saw previously. Okay, maybe he's back in to that side air that doesn't chase, and then the saw blade comes forward. Flame Sword, no punish. That can be really tough to punish if you're not ready for it.
Went for a gravity cancel, side light, not really any follow-ups after that one. Stingray with a double side light, but BalloonBoy keeping his dodge in the pocket.
Yeah, he saved it so we didn't see the side light, double D-light into the recovery, or the side air in that position, and the Flame Sword takes off the top. BalloonBoy with a nice solid lead here in game 1, almost a full stock. Great side light, he always goes for the second one. You know that one's coming.
BalloonBoy just has a really solid read on how Stingray wants to approach, generally pretty aerially. Recovery not going to connect.
He almost dodged right into it, but he had just enough iframes, really just enough range to stay away from it, but Stingray had almost the perfect idea. That would have been a KO off the top and the great equalizer. Great read on the turnaround D-light after the side light, gets the recovery for the KO off the top.
Takes the moment, primes the next set of next spear. We'll see if he can cover. No, BalloonBoy again back on the boots.
Gonna be a whiff on that neutral air, but the D-light side air does pick up.
Good movement from
no
Stingray.
down air.
Yeah, he respected that one. He said last time I made the mistake, this time just full respect.
BalloonBoy backing up here. There is a weapon spawn in the middle of the field. Grabs the side air, no chase. Weapon toss goes high. Stingray. He was at wall level, now he's back on the main stage. Putting lots of room between those two, jumping around, does get caught by a down air, hasn't sent out a move in about 10 or 15 seconds. He's waiting, he's waiting.
Patches him, down air into the side air. Stingray disarmed. Can he get up onto the stage? Comes in, but immediate gravity cancel, downlight side air. BalloonBoy takes game number 1.
What a devious downlight just over the stage, almost as low as you can gravity cancel that. Definitely if you do it like on the way up and not getting a full jump up and then waiting to be right over the ground. So beautiful timing on it. Man, he was so close, but that whip over the top of the head. Beautiful insig to sort of equalize everything back up. Man, that dash jump forward and in the back, that movement from BalloonBoy can be so tricky. He's so good with those boots on doing it. There's the side light Brock right over, and he grabs it just back enough. Oh, we are seeing it.
The swap to the OG Stingray, going over to the Orion here for game number 2. This is the character that he did so well with that he got it nerfed.
Now this is going to be a spear D-Sig that is a lot safer than Bryn's spear down signature, so we might see him use it more. We didn't see it too much in the previous games that we saw come out from him on that Bryn, so he knew how dangerous that could be if BalloonBoy caught him.
Might be a little bit safer, but it won't hit as hard. Good movement from Stingray, gets away from that gravity cancel downlight. BalloonBoy in the open air still manages to come back swinging.
And the side air with the chase. The neutral air misses afterwards, but he gets the turnaround down air the other direction. Again, those side lights coming out, but immediately shut down with the D-Sig. Neutral air chase and the recovery, Dustin off screen. Almost found the side air. Could have been the KO. There's the D-Sig. He's feeling a lot more confident in this.
Pogo. Oh, throws
I thought it was going to be a Pogo as well.
Still has a spear. Nice, down air into the side air. BalloonBoy still has some movement here, and Stingray going real low.
Oh!
He eats a ground pound. Stingray goes wide, still gets a wall touch, but BalloonBoy still wants the stock. The side air from Stingray, and BalloonBoy's out of there.
That was great work from Stingray. Also really great work from BalloonBoy. He did get the worst end of that edge guard situation, but he still like maintained control of all his in-air movement options until that final hit came from Stingray that sent him away. But before that, his maneuverability was great. His survivability was good as well. The side air, down air gonna miss as well. Stingray just trying to jump around, probe with these neutral airs. It's gonna be the down air, another down air coming through. If BalloonBoy wants to stay grounded, that time he goes for the jump side air. There's the down air, potentially setting up an edge guard.
Whoa.
He's waiting. Is there gonna be a punish with the burn dodge?
Oh.
No ground pound coming in, nothing like that.
No down air, nothing. BalloonBoy lets Stingray get the bottom edge of that wall. Stingray still holding on to this first stock.
BalloonBoy's not going to go back in immediately. He was unarmed just like last time, but he's going to grab the weapon. So he's not a weapon disadvantage. The weapon toss goes away. There's the side air. Fantastic weapon toss, almost at stage level.
BalloonBoy trying to deny that weapon spawn. You saw him throw his weapon away and then try to move over there, but Stingray spawned right on top of it. It is going to be a lance for Stingray. Haven't seen much of his lance because it's all been about Bryn this weekend.
We'll see what happens when the next weapon spawn comes in. You might not even get the chance.
Caught his head again. Goes low this time. BalloonBoy red for the high option.
Weapon toss goes up. He's able to regrab. There's the D-Light neutral signature, but BalloonBoy jumps and dodges away. Oh, the rising down air in the other direction. Great punish from Stingray with the side air. Almost picked up that down air. Is the ground pound coming in? No. Neutral signature, but BalloonBoy's on the wall.
Stingray floating just above BalloonBoy. Throws out the down signature. BalloonBoy, great movement there, but it's going to be the side air from Stingray.
Yeah, that side signature gets punished from BalloonBoy. He was staying on the ground. Stingray's not really been too grounded on the lance. Like, he's throwing out those neutral signatures a few times and a couple D-lights, but it's not like he's really going for the side light approach option for the side light nairs or anything like that, or the side light down airs. Just barely getting through with that spot dodge.
Surprised Stingray got away from that. BalloonBoy had such a good option there with the spot dodge into the recovery. Gonna be looking for this finishing blow. Was a little too far to the right for that side air.
And not far enough to the left for that one. Wow, okay. Juggling the weapons. He's leaning on the blasters here.
I mean, these have been his comeback weapon.
Nice.
Every single set when he's down, the blasters start to pop off. Stingray, though, let's see what his lance can do this time.
BalloonBoy wants to play aerially, just really throw out those neutral airs. Gives you a lot of room to work with. Maybe another one. No, he's sticking to the ground. But he's not using the side light. I don't even know if he's used a single side light this game. Maybe one.
Here's another one. He's only been able to poke, but Stingray on the same side, he's just been playing a lot more aerial, which I think it makes it a lot harder to throw out those side lights.
Oh, great neutral air. Blaster safety move over on the edge if you don't want to throw your weapon up, because it is a small weapon, unlike a lance or a spear. There's the D-Sig all the way on the right side of the stage. Gets the KO, and we're now tied 1-1. Huge pop-off in the crowd. Let us see that sign. Let us see that sign.
I mean, Bread Mafia here to support BalloonBoy, but you know Stingray's got his own fans as well. The crowd not sure who to root for right now.
We're seeing this sign for BB BalloonBoy. We're seeing the Bread Mafia love coming out.
3, 2, 1.
And he has his own section of the stands. But here we go, game number 3. Stingray did a really good job playing smart with that down signature because he didn't throw it out constantly. He threw it out a couple of times at the beginning to be like, hey, yeah, this is that signature, and then didn't throw it out until the very end of the game.
Yeah, once he threw out those first couple, all of a sudden that had to be a constant on the mental stack of BalloonBoy. He had to worry about it. That ground pound, I wonder if that was meant to be a D-Sig, and Stingray was just a little bit above the stage, so it came out as a ground pound rather than that down signature.
Love the empty jump there, BalloonBoy. Still gets caught by a falling nair from Stingray.
There's the side light double. Yep.
Double
D-Light into the side air. Huge damage coming out. Even maybe a little bit of a celebratory D-Light from the main stage.
Yep, maybe got a little too proud of what happened there, but the damage is still even. Down air into the side air. Weapon toss connects. BalloonBoy with the stock advantage.
The BalloonBoy weapon tosses after an opponent he sends off stage have been heat-seeking missiles here. They've been on target so often.
Stingray.
GCD light recovery. It's quite a bit of damage. Obviously not enough force to KO just yet. The D-Sig barely reaches. It goes like just below. When you set it up right there, it goes just below the tip of the stage. So BalloonBoy was caught going a little bit high. Neutral air, instant boots pickup.
Stingray not swinging. Doesn't want to make himself punishable. Instead, BalloonBoy with that safer just dash jump there. Ooh, caught him jumping.
Another Flamesword comes out, but Stingray, he was just high enough.
What you got?
Oh, no! We're gonna move past that one because I think everybody watching it knows that that was rough.
Likely wanted to dash, but here's the side sig. BalloonBoy with an even bigger lead as we get into the final stocks of game number 3.
Weapon spawn coming in. Here comes the spear for Stingray. Maybe he can get the Retribution D-Sig. Oh, they're just trading neutral air for down air, neutral air for down air. Side light, but again, BalloonBoy has to wait after it. No true combo follow-up. Again, Flame Sword. Stingray wants to be in the air. Flame Sword again. Stingray wants to be in the air. Another Flame Sword. How many of these does this guy have?
BalloonBoy just cutting off the aerial paths of Stingray. He hits him with
Nice
the down air.
That could be
No!
huge.
What was the gravity cancel side sig? The recovery not going to do it for BalloonBoy just yet.
That's like one of the first side lights we've seen from Stingray's lance this entire time. Oh, in the side air. I think he expected BalloonBoy to jump right after that. That is a really tough loss for Stingray. I think the way he started to really fall apart towards the end with all of those missed inputs, he's going to have to dial it back in, which is wild because we saw the game earlier, that interruption in the middle of the set that Stingray was able to maintain control and composure on. He was able to move past Vim 10 Kilo after that. But, man, something about BalloonBoy has really shook him up towards the end of that game.
I mean, it's really tough because BalloonBoy, like, we know he's got an amazing set of blasters. We know he's been playing Vivi. We know he's been playing Diana as well. But really, it's been the boots show for him, and I don't know that Stingray was ready for this level of boots play from BalloonBoy. Getting into it. Game number 4. Can Stingray force the game 5? He's sticking with the Orion.
I think he's got to do this. There was just too many things in that Bryn kit that is like core to the way he plays Bryn that were too unsuccessful to make that sustainable. Nice little jump there. Again, I think he needs to nair a little bit more on the spear. It really is just that safety probing move, especially because you see BalloonBoy, he's up and down, he's up and down, he's up and down. Like he's playing Mega Man like you play the video game Mega Man.
Lots of jumping, lots of landing. There's the downlight into the recovery. Not going to KO, but it's great damage, and he also disarms Stingray. Downlight, not able to get the recovery.
But still, what a massive lead right now. Even after that drop, let's see if BalloonBoy can find it. The side sig, but Stingray was in the air.
Ooh, Stingray got aggressive there, but BalloonBoy with the turnaround side air, and he is really starting to run away with this.
Weapon juggles over onto the soft platform with his blaster. GC sidelight misses, rising down air misses, side air misses as well. There's the sidelight from Stingray, goes to the jump nair afterward. BalloonBoy's too far to the right. 2 or 3 unanswered hits.
Watch the N-Sig.
I was so afraid he was going to blow the N-Sig there off of that spot dodge, gravity canceling it, but no, he maintained control, maintained composure.
Sair for Sair, gets the sidelight, but he reads wrong. BalloonBoy goes high. Down sig will land, it will KO.
He landed right inside, almost completely stacked on BalloonBoy after those D-Light blasts were beyond BalloonBoy.
He's starting to do a better job of outspacing.
Oh, look at the chase!
Stingray gets a pogo, gets another one. BalloonBoy starting to eat a lot of
he's
damage.
Gonna start to run out.
And Sig thrown out.
Oh
BalloonBoy is better. Stingray can't get the wall touch. BalloonBoy 1 stock away.
Stingray wanted to use the neutral signature so that he could go towards the wall and write it down, but the D-Sig would have hit there.
He tried to cover the whole wall. He tried to play so smart, but BalloonBoy's N-Sig just hit behind. It just worked a little better in that spot.
He has to find the KO here, but he just can't fish for those D-Sigs.
Okay, into the recovery. That's not going to do it.
I know that's really tough for Stingray right now.
Oh,
he gets hit by a charged all the way up, not ready for the hitbox on the forward motion.
That'll do it, Stingray. Signs of life, but he's only got a little left. Potential tournament stock. Can he get the game 5?
BalloonBoy's able to find a weapon immediately, and of course it's the blasters, the one he's been relying on. BalloonBoy's found himself in this position so many different times, and he's been shut down here so many different times. Let's see if Stingray can do it. A lot of unanswered damage. There's the down air, setting up for the edge guard. He goes in for the GC N-Sig. BalloonBoy gets out of dodge.
N-Sig on the side of BalloonBoy. Stingray trying to find a weapon, hoping for the spawn. It's on the right side. BalloonBoy with the coverage.
Jump side in the wrong direction. Is he going to wait for the D-Sig? Oh, the Flame Sword almost enough. The shutdown on that.
He's so scared, he doesn't know what to throw out. Stingray needs more damage onto BalloonBoy. He jumps over the downlight. BalloonBoy with the downlight side air. BalloonBoy going into the top 3.
That is Stingray out at 4th place, just barely missing the podium, but again, punching well above his weight class if you look at any of his recent metrics. So congratulations, a performance you should be proud of. Even though he had his sights set on gold, it's gonna be disappointing. It's gonna hurt for a long time, but eventually he will be proud of this performance, and BalloonBoy should be even prouder of what he just did. Oh my gosh.